The first thing he says on his wee list is he's very shy. Which actually I know when people see Michael speaking, they might find that a bit hard to believe, but I will say, used to be very shy. He's got a psychologist down here, but apparently that's a criminal one. He loves the business and he's nothing else to say because he's going to say it all for us. But what I will say is, Michael, you have been in the business, is it 12 years? 12 years. Michael does, just for I will say, most of you in the room will agree, Michael does a heck of a lot for us in the business. Used to say, like, he never sleeps, because if you sent an email at 3 o'clock in the morning, you used to get a reply. But you don't now. I think he sleeps now. I thought what I would do as a severe punishment for leaving us early, I would show you what Michael looked like when he joined the business. What's that, haircut 100? Without any further ado, it's a rubbish introduction, but we'll have the very shy and retiring Michael Khatkar.
Hello. Well, that was a cracking introduction. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely fantastic to be here. I don't actually even know where I am, but it's brilliant to be here. It really is. Yes, 12 years in the business. And yes, Lynn is quite right. I was trained to be a criminal psychologist, which comes in very handy at head office, but nevertheless, there really hasn't been a great deal of use. And what happened, I was headhunted for this brilliant company, and I thought, you know what, I'll do this for 6 months, then I'll go back to psychology. And they still haven't shook me off. That's 12 years later. This business just captures you. It captivates you, and it just takes you. And for those of you who've been in this business for any length of time, you know what I mean, how amazing it is to be part of this Clean Easy family. And I can quite honestly say that every single year I've talked about this business being better than the year before, doing more than the year before, and once again, it is doing exactly that. We started 2012 with a vision and a dream of what we wanted. We've already exceeded that. We've already gone past the numbers we wanted to go to, and we've already surpassed everything we wish this year would be. Now, that isn't a testimony to what we do. That is more what the network does, because without the network, we don't have a business. What you do day in and day out, connecting with people, connecting with customers, connecting with prospects, bringing people in, is the core of the business. People often say, what makes our business what it is? What makes it function? Why, at the time of economic decline in our country, why is Clean Easy still working the way that it is? You know, why is it better than the year before? Why is it an improvement? Why is it still bringing thousands of people in? And I often think, well, I don't really know why. Well, I do know why. Against economic decline, against the state of the country, against general retail, because fundamentally we are a retail business, against everything in this country today, our business continues to grow year in, year out. And now that is a phenomenal place to be. And there's 3 things that make our business work. Just 3 simple things. And that is products, our plan, and our people. 3 things that put us where we are. Now, the products do sell, and we sell about £70 million worth of products purely from catalogue placement. So from catalogue placement, from dropping catalogues, we sell £70 million worth of products every single year. When I say we, I actually mean you. You do sell £70 million worth of products. That's the UK, Ireland, and about 2 distributors in Holland. Together, we sell £70 million every single year, year in, year out. Now, that's great, and you have to innovate with products. You have to bring new products in, and you've seen that. There's been innovation lately, and there's been great diversification with our products, which is very useful to the sustainability of a retail model, and that is working. However, when this business was in the late 1990s, when the massive growth happened, we went from 6 million to 35 million to 60 million. In those days, it used to be a 35-page catalogue. There was 60% out of stocks, and it was still growing. So This is not a negative statement. It is a reality. The logistics of our business were not fine-tuned back in the 90s. But that's where we were. 6 million, 35 million, 60 million on the back of 1 or 2 catalogs with half the products we had and none of the innovation. None of that. So then we had the sales plan. You don't need to know a great deal about the sales plan, but you need to know it pays your bonuses and it works. And in the marketplace, just in case you didn't know, and I will tell you, it is among the best sales plans for one simple reason. The income you can get from the Clean Easy compensation plan is unlimited. It's unrestricted. There is no cap on it. We will pay you, or the plan will pay you, whatever you're willing to work for. It has no restriction or ceiling. The last company I worked for, which is Oriflame Cosmetics, another company, I was part of the team that put their compensation plan into place. That, we put a cap into that. You could not earn more than £50,000 in your life cycles. So most companies have caps. I'm not going to be derogatory about other companies. There's a lot of good companies out there, but ours is one unique system that allows you to earn what you want. So don't ever forget that the plan will pay you exactly what you want to earn. But you know what? It still wasn't that. The products are great and they do sell. The plan is great and it pays. That's fine, but it's none of that. Those things do help. But the one thing that puts us where we are today in a year of economic decline, fulfilling the goals that we set at the start of this year and way ahead of where we want to be, is the people in our network. It is the people that run this network day in, day out. That's you. It's the leaders in this business that put us where we are today. It's the people, their passion, their pride for this product, their pride for this business, and what you do on a daily basis to communicate with people out there that puts us where we are. There is no two ways about it. Today we have 12,000 active distributorships in this entire company. Out of those 12,000, 6,000 still got their catalogs under the bed. And you know who they are. Some of them may be in your teams. They're just not doing a great deal. That's fine. That's not a negative. It's a reality. Well, I'm just telling you the reality as it is. Out of that 6,000 that are left, there's about 3,000 core people that are in this business to change the world, to have the lifestyle they want, and to build the business of their dreams. That's 3,000 people at the central core of our business through which the rest of the business revolves around. Now, if you think about it in those terms, 3,000 people at the helm of a £70 million business that brings in £70 million year in, year out, and has got a massive strategy for growth for getting to $1 billion, then you can see the competition for those that want that little bit more, or want the lifestyle, or want what this business can bring. There is no competition. There's no competition at the top. 3,000 core people that work this business for the lifestyle they want, the lifestyle they deserve. At that point, I can quite honestly tell you that those 3,000 people that are committed to this business, that do this business day in, day out, or it's part of their regime, whether it's part-time or full-time, are our people that put us where we are. They are the people that have built this business, that keep it where it is today, and have put us in a position of growing in 2012. To be able to stand in front of a room and say we are actually growing in the retail industry is phenomenal. I know it's the retail industry with the backing of network marketing, and that's what does it. It's the network marketing side of our business that puts us where our business is today, and that's what you do. What you do is network marketing. When you speak to customers, when you deliver products, when you communicate just with customers on the door, that is building network marketing. When you talk to prospects, when you bring people in, when you encourage them, you coach them, you mentor them, that is network marketing. And I can quite honestly say, without being biased, and you're probably going to think I would say this anyway, we are the best in the industry. There was a reason we won an award this year, which was the Excellence Award. I know some people say, well, we were biased because Jamie is the chairman of the industry, but that kind of went against us for years and years and years. That went against us. But you know, when you look at the growth of other companies, when you look at their compensation plans, their products, there is absolutely no doubt about it that our business won that award for a simple reason, that our people in our network are the best people in this industry today. And I can tell you that studying every single other company that is running an amenable business today in this country, I can tell you based on that. And you're going to think, well, you're going to say that, but the industry told us we were, and I believe everything they say, even though Jamie is the chairman. So, we are at the helm of what we do. This is a position to grow from. Lots of things have happened this year. You know, there's been the reintroduction of Party Plan, which has seen its own success, which is another channel to your retail, and it's having phenomenal success. And you've seen a great presentation from Sue earlier there. We have e-commerce that's just going to grow and grow. That gives you the ability to sell products hundreds of miles away. Do you know, in all my time, there was one distributorship I knew that had a customer base 150 miles away. I've absolutely no idea why they did, but it was hell when it came to stragglers and delivering products. But they did. They chose to have it that far away. For the rest of you with e-commerce, when you get on board with it, when you start using it, you'll know that you can sell products hundreds of miles away when you're fast asleep. And that is powerful asset to any retail business. But don't ever forget that your catalog placement, the part of the business which is our bread and butter, brings in £70 million year in, year out, is by you know, without any hesitation, the most powerful part of our business. And the reason that works is what I've already told you, because the connection you make with people. You know, in retail terms, that model is reasonably old-fashioned in retail terms. You know, e-commerce and other systems of retail have long overtaken it, and yet it still outperforms most other companies selling our kind of products because of what you do. Every time you connect with somebody, every time you speak with somebody, every time you build a relationship, you're building your business. That is why we are where we are. So 2012 has been a phenomenal year for us. We've got some great things happening. There's more things coming your way. Each and every one of them designed to get you where you want to be. And my only advice would be, you know, out there, of course, there's a lot of people in the real world. This isn't the real world. That's the real world. This is the world of optimism and ambition and people wanting to change their lives. That does not happen on a daily basis in the real world out there. Out there, and it's just not just my cynical view, but things are fairly desperate. You know, retail is going backwards. People are losing their homes. People in some cases don't know how to pay for dinner on their tables. That is a reality. If you ask 1 million people out there in the real world, would they like more than they have today? I would suspect that 99% will say yes, they would love to have more than today. If you ask them, well, do you know how you're going to get more than today? And I would suspect that 95% or more will say no, we have no system to get more than we own or have today. Because they don't. Most people in this country work. In a working situation, you cannot necessarily go and get more. Can anybody still see me? Just about to smile then. Thank you. So in this country today, as familiar, you're just getting me back for going early, aren't you? Everything you can do. I was smiling, otherwise I thought I'd gone already. So you ask 1 million people, do you want more? And they say yes. But they don't have a system to have more unless they're involved in our industry. Then they have a system where effort rewards you. Effort, you know, your reward is proportionate to the effort you're willing to put in. So people want more. We can't prejudge people. People want more, but they have no way of getting it. You can work twice as hard in your job on Monday. You're not necessarily going to be rewarded more. You may be rewarded with more work because you're doing so well, but you're not necessarily going to get more than the inflationary rate of increase per year. The irony of all this is, there's us talking about getting out of the rat race, but in this company, that's exactly what I'm working in, because the corporate side of cleaners is like any other business. It's just fortunate enough to have a business that grows year on year. On the corporate side, I would say is the second best place to be, because for 12 years, I've honestly believed that we are the best business in the world. The reason I never left, because I've never known a business like it, an organization like it, a system like it, and you know, a success system that purely works on people and helping to build people. You know, what you do is you help build people, you encourage people, you mentor people. It is entirely based around assisting, helping, and encouraging people to achieve what they want to. Out there's millions of people that would like to earn an extra income. Working for this business is a second best place to be, because the one thing that I've admired most about this business in my 12 years is the inspiration from the stories in the network. And you know, we've had stories of all types. Stories where people have made millionaires' incomes and they get huge checks every single month. Now, those are inspiring, but they're not the ones that did it for me. They're great, and we need those. Every network marketing company has to have its millionaires and its leaders, and we got plenty of those. It wasn't those, though. The stories that, for me, month in, month out, day in, day out, for 12 years, have proven to me that we are a business like no other, is when everyday, ordinary people say, this business has helped me out of a situation. This business has helped me pay my mortgage. If it wasn't for this business, I'd be out on the streets. I don't mean out on the streets. I mean, I'd be out of a home is what I mean. Gotta be, yeah, I know what I mean, not out on the streets. So it's stories like that that have inspired me for 12 years to want to help build it, or provide the service to help you build the businesses you want. And for 12 years, it's never ceased. It's never ceased, that inspiration from such amazing stories of everyday people, in some cases earning just £50 extra a month, because that made a massive difference to their household income. But from the £50 to the life-changing incomes, it's been inspiration from everyday people. And simple, straightforward stories like people who have used this business so they can just watch their own children grow up. I mean, how many stories have we had like that, where mothers have joined this business and they've watched their children grow up, they've taken them to assemblies, they've been there when school finishes, they've taken them to school every single day, because I know there are people in this country that will give an arm and a leg to go back in time and watch their own children grow up. So if this business allows people to buy back time, forget the millionaires' lifestyles for a second. It allows ordinary people to buy back time that is flitting away every single second. Then it's the most powerful business on earth. And that is the reason I think we are an incredible system. We are an incredible business. For it to be able to do that, not just put food on tables, not just to help people with their mortgages, but to actually buy back time, help people watch their kids grow up. There's nothing more valuable than that, because time is our most precious commodity. And there's people in this room today that wish that they could have found such a business years ago and watch their own children grow up. So for me, the inspiration comes from everyday stories, and we get it every single day, every single week, of people who have just taken it on board and changed their lives. And there's no system like it. For those million people out there that want more, they don't have a legal system of earning more money. They don't. Because your work is not going to pay you that extra income for the things you want. So as you know, people start shrinking their dreams to match that income. They constantly change what they want because they do not have a system to earn more. So if you can tell those people that you have a system that is simple, that is reliable, and it actually gets your investment back in less than 2 weeks, you'll be doing them a huge favor. Like I've said all this year, people need this business, and they need it a lot more than you think they do. If it's true to be believed in the press that, you know, we're going through huge economic decline, that more people are losing their jobs, that people really are struggling, and I truly believe that is the state of our nation today, then we have a solution that might help. Not just a catalog placement business, a multifaceted retail system that can get people to realize their dreams. That's what we are. Network marketing isn't a big enough title. It's multifaceted retail that can help people get to their dreams and get them what they want. And it is multifaceted. You've got your catalog placement, you've got party plan, you've got e-commerce, and lots of other things that are coming your way soon. I will finish in a moment, just to really finish on Dubai. If you really want to be there, you have until period 6 of next year, absolutely latest. I wouldn't leave it that late to go up the sales plan. That's where you have it till. Sorry, you know, if I'm being slightly, my attention is slightly wavering, it's because Andy Boswell at the back has just found my diary. And in that diary is lots of secrets, and he's clearly leafing through it as we speak. But nevertheless, and it is, but don't show everybody the diary. But anyway, moving on. Dubai has had the effect we wanted, but not the one we expected. We knew it was going to be popular, but we didn't anticipate how popular. It has probably been more popular than New York, Australia, when we did Sydney, Hong Kong, you know, Miami, any of those. It's actually had a bigger response from our network of setting their plans to join us in Dubai and the Maldives than probably any destination I can remember. And we have revealed a lot of, you know, very evocative and provocative places over the last few years. So if that is in your game plan, then make sure you know exactly what's required. I know you would anyway, but just be absolutely sure, because we could potentially make this our biggest destination ever and give us kind of the headache, which is a quality headache to have in a company when you're suddenly oversubscribed for the hotel you're going into. So it's a great quality problem, but along the way, you'll make the income that you want, and that's what you joined for. You didn't join for destinations, you didn't join for meetings, you joined for nothing but making income. So set your income goal, because the business today is in a great position, and that is thanks to you. It's not thanks to what we do. I always want to make that quite clear, that myself, my team, and all the people that work in the background servicing this network are fully aware that the business is only where it is because of what you do and what you do on a daily basis. Without that, we would be just another failing retail brand. That is not a negative statement. That is a reality. That is a fact. So thank you for what each and every one of you put into this business. If you're new and you haven't started, I'd pay serious consideration. It's the only business I know that you can get your investment back within 2 weeks and make a profit. For the rest of you, thank you for what you do. And as I said, without you, we wouldn't really have a business. And that isn't a negative statement. That is an absolute reality. Thank you for listening.